The hype is real. The new Daniels project is everything you've heard. Everything Everywhere All at Once is the new project from the Daniels, who last made Swiss Army Man. If you like the goofy yet emotional Swiss Army Man, you're gonna love this movie as well. I think Adam from YMS gave the best one-sentence review of this. This is a 2022 Matrix movie that is possibly even more ambitious than The Matrix, dare I say it. I don't think I'm overreacting. Quick plot synopsis: Evelyn runs a family business laundromat that is being audited by the IRS, the auditor being Jamie Lee Curtis. On the way to this audit, Evelyn is visited by her husband from a different universe, taking us on a very introspective, crazy ride. Where do I start? A movie this crazy must start with the editing. This is a cinephile's wet dream. All different types of slow motion, ranging from high FPS footage to just slowing the frames, giving us essentially slow moving paintings instead of scenes. I love this broken effect they use when it blurs all the different Evelyns from the different universes together. I love the framing and use of changing aspect ratios. The transitions in this movie are seamless. Like anytime Evelyn is traveling between universes and her body is in the same part of the frame with the background just changing. A pseudo problem that I think is caused by the editing is that this movie is running long for a lot of people. It's really the only complaint I've seen. My theory on this is because how quickly paced this movie is. There is a good 50-minute segment you could pluck from this movie that is just non-stop gags that are hilarious. Like, come on, are we really gonna say 2 hours and 10 minutes is a long movie now? I could see how some people could be overwhelmed by this and making it seem like a long run time. Okay, let's get to the gags. I think I laughed harder at this movie than any other comedy I've seen in recent years, including the new Jackass, which I love. The premise of doing something so random to throw off the universe is so creative and just makes every shift hilarious. There are bits in this movie that you would never imagine it being reincorporated, and when it does, you'll laugh your ass off. The performances also sell the humor and the drama very well. The dad character is goofy and silly, but he also carries a lot of nuance with his performance. He has to play multiple versions of this husband and truly has to just flip a switch at times. The daughter is a star in this movie. It is kind of a surprising turn of events when the daughter is essentially the final boss in this movie, who resembles millennial dread and the urge to just give up. You can feel her pain in this movie, especially if you're around my age group. Obviously, the star of this film is the mother. Michelle Yeoh plays the cute, stressed family business owner who has to overcome all odds to save the multiverse. The idea I love the most about this Evelyn, as they say she's the one that is the least accomplished in life. And it's because how safe she played it and how she couldn't let her daughter go and become her own person. This is the best screenplay since Parasite to me. It's a really creative script too. I imagine it was a lot of fun to write too. With the world that the Daniels built, they can write themselves into any fight scene, and they can also write themselves right out. Let me provide an example. Evelyn only has the control of her feet during a certain fight scene, and she quickly changes into the Evelyn from a foot universe to fight back. One thing I really liked about this premise was they didn't just make her go to the Kung Fu universe every time a fight broke out. That would get a little one-noted. The sign flipper universe was easily my favorite when it comes to a creative fighting style. Yeah, this is a comedy, but it's also just a super fun action movie. Also, the dramatic themes hit too. One second you're watching a fight break out, the next you're sitting in a car with a husband talking about their marital problems filled with double meanings. Then a minute later, you're crying watching a conversation with rocks. The most satisfying scene to me in this movie would be when Evelyn starts to fight back with kindness, as cheesy as that sounds. It shows you have to find what's important in life and fight for it. Don't lay down and accept defeat in life. Whatever you do, just don't enter the everything bagel. There's no weak aspect in this film. I wish more directors were this ambitious. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 for now, but on a second rewatch, it has a very high possibility to change into a 10.